As the sun rises on the Port Orleans riverside, we pause for a moment and take in the majestic views of our serene surroundings before heading to the fishing hole. After which we'll brave the waters at Typhoon Lagoon before taking in a scenic boat ride to Port Orleans French Quarter for a delectable bite and some scrumptious beignets at Scat Cat's Lounge.
So today we are going to be doing what, Brad?
We're going fishing.
What type of fishing?
We are going old school fishing. We got our cane pole and a can of worms. So let's see if we can actually catch anything.
So this is catch and release at the Port Orleans Riverside.
Give me my worm.
So trigger warning, if you're squeamish, don't watch. So they do use live bait. So they give it to you. And they give you instructions. The cast member gives you instructions when you come in. So if you've never done fishing before, don't worry. They tell you what you need to know.
Alright, Dad, you want to do it? You just drop it in the water and hope that a fish bites.
So they do it in 30-minute increments.
Oh, here, you can stand up here. You just got to hold on tight to the pole with both hands.
Do you want to take this?
Yeah.
Just slowly falling down.
Yep.
It's okay, it's got a bobber on it.
So you'll know because they'll tug on it. Well, that was fun. I mean, we fished for about 30 minutes. Cost us $6.75, I think. So it was a fun little thing. It was in the shade with the live worms. I had a couple of nibbles. I didn't get any bites. I could have been out here all day, but I know they're quick. But it's a fun little excursion, especially if you don't get a chance to go fishing a lot and you just want to take your kids. There's a lot of them out here just with the cane poles. So I definitely recommend it. It was fun. All right, we made it to Typhoon Lagoon. It's a beautiful day. I think it's supposed to rain a little bit later, so we'll see if we can hold out from the rain. But I'm excited. We've never been to Typhoon Lagoon. Oh, hello, alligator. Look at that. Oh boy, this is great. You know, Typhoon Lagoon, it was opened in 1989. And the whole premise of it is it's a Disney legend about a typhoon that wreaked havoc upon a tropical paradise. So there's ships and fishing gear and surfboards like strewn about like a storm struck. And so they're everywhere. And then the big old ship on top of the mountain is called Miss Tilly. And this is a huge park. And it's actually one of the largest wave pools in the world. Okay.
All right. What we did was we rented an umbrella. It was $105, and it came with 4 chairs and towels.
Yeah, 4 towels.
Yeah. So here's what we got. Got us a nice little setup and a nice view overlooking the wave pool. So a nice little secluded spot too. So it's really a good deal.
And they give you bracelets with a number on it. So you have to keep these bracelets on at all times.
Yeah.
So you can come back to your
But
chair.
if you are going to rent a chair with an umbrella, then I would recommend doing it in advance because they were sold out at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yes.
And there are chairs available, but nothing with shade. So for free, you don't get any shade for free.
Yeah.
And we did not spend the money on something like this, which is a nicer setup.
Right, or the cabanas,
Yeah.
which is a much nicer setup. So we wanted to give this a try and just see how often we were going to use it with just 3 of us.
Yeah. Belle, are you scared? Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, here it comes.
Gusher. All right, go ahead. Are you a little nervous, Brandy? All right, we're gonna hop on the boat and we're gonna ride over to the French Quarter Resort and get us some lunch and maybe try some beignets. So let's see how that goes. All right, I'm gonna give you, be honest. Let's be honest for a minute, Brandon. Okay, so we were not that impressed. Okay, let's that's not even a nice, that's a nice way of putting it. We did not enjoy the food at the Riverside. We had issues with everything that we ordered from the quick service. I hate to say that because we've always had good experiences with Disney food. But I mean, everything was over salted. Brandy had salmon last night that was like a hockey puck. You could literally stand it up on its side. And we were frustrated.
Yeah, because normally I say that Disney has some of the best park food, you know, and as far as salmon, I've never had a problem with their salmon. But last night, it was like salmon jerky.
Yeah, we didn't even bother showing you the food that we had because we didn't enjoy any of it. I've tried, we tried several different things while we were here on the trip. And so we were about ready to give it up. And we decided, you know what, let's stop on our way out and try
Riverside.
Not Riverside, we're going to try the
French Quarter.
French Quarter. So we rode the boat over here, and the service so far has been better. We got real plates for our food, and the food looks good.
Yeah.
So we're going to try it out and see what the difference is, see if it's something better than over there. Maybe it was just a fluke at the resort that we were at.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give it a try. I got a French dip. Look at that. And if you've never had a French dip, that's a Louisiana staple. It's roast beef with a little andouille sauce to dip it in. So, and I mean, it looks good. The French bread is really soft.
The jus looks really nice too. Nice and thick.
Oh wow,
Much better.
that is good. So Brandy, I'm not gonna just base it on my sandwich being so good. We're gonna let Brandy try hers.
Well, I want to try yours.
Yeah, you try mine.
Okay.
Give it a dip. I mean, it's good. You can tell the meat is fresh.
Yeah. Much better. That's much better. And it's a much excuse me, much better on the salting of the food.
Yeah. I don't know what was going on over at Riverside, but it's like they were dumping salt in everything. Even my burger was salted.
Yeah. Everything was a little oversalted. Southern food and Cajun food does not always equate heavy salt and heavy pepper.
No. Contrary to popular belief.
Yeah,
that isn't how you season food.
Contrary to popular belief, that's not really how you season food. So coming from the deep south, but this is really good for quick service.
Oh yeah. And I did not like my burger yesterday, but we're gonna try and see if we can do better today. This is a pretty burger. Brandy got the Baton Rouge burger, which has got fried green tomatoes, bacon, and pimento cheese on it.
Yeah. So we're gonna try this.
It looks, I mean, it's huge.
It's huge.
So it looks good.
I was gonna cut it in half,
Yeah, here.
and I got it because, do we know why? What does it have on it?
It's got fried green tomatoes.
Ding, ding, ding.
You know, Brandy. And I love that it has pimento cheese, because I grew up eating my pimento cheese.
I don't know if it's gonna cut it.
Oh, that
Look
is
how pretty that is.
pretty.
All right, so here goes. All right, so we had the burger at Deluxe Burger that have fried green tomatoes on it.
Yeah.
So let's see how the quick service burger compares.
It looks good. It's juicy. See, the burger I had yesterday at the Riverside was real dried out. But I can already tell, just looking at this, I mean, that's a juicy patty. This is not what we got quick service
That's really good.
yesterday.
I could taste the fried green tomato. I could taste the pimento cheese. That's a good quick service burger.
Oh,
You can taste the bacon. Now those are flavors that complement one another. That's really good.
really good.
Yeah. That's good. And if you've never done pimento cheese on a burger before, you should. It's really, really good.
So, final thoughts. I would suggest if you're staying at the Riverside Resort, we love the resort.
Yeah, the resort is beautiful. It's a really nice resort. I would give the resort a 10. I just don't think the food at the resort was that great. I think the food here at the French Quarter is better than the Riverside.
Yep. And it's a quick boat trip. It didn't take us long at all to get here on the boat, or you can walk. If you want to take a scenic walk, as long as it's not 100 degrees outside.
And the resort here at the Riverside is beautiful too. It's like walking through the French Quarter without the smell of the French Quarter. If you've ever been. But it's beautiful. Both resorts are gorgeous.
They complement each other very well.
Yeah, they complement each other, and it's like being in Louisiana. So they did very, very, good on the theming. It's just, I think the food here at the French Quarter for quick service is far better than the food at the Riverside. Now we haven't had the beignets yet, so we've been reading the reviews on the beignets, and they're mixed. So seeing as how we're from the deep south and Louisiana, we've been reading the reviews, and the reviews are, if you're from the New Orleans area and you've had the beignets, you're not going to like them. So we're going to try them for ourselves and see what we think.
Yeah. All right, we're over here at Scat Cat's. Got us some beignets. They're fresh. You have to wait for them to make them. That's a good sign. Now
They're Mickey shaped.
They're Mickey shaped. And there is no easy way to eat a beignet. You're gonna make a mess. There's powdered sugar everywhere in this restaurant, all over the tables.
Just like at Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah, just like a Cafe Du Monde. So we'll see. You have some different dipping sauces. I went with the strawberry sauce, but they had caramel and chocolate sauce.
I've never had a beignet with dipping sauce.
Me neither. Normally we just get it because you got the powdered sugars enough. You don't need.
And they serve them fancy here because normally at Cafe Du Monde in the French Quarter, you just get them in a white pepper bag.
Yeah, yeah. And
All right.
with the grease leaking.
I'm going for it.
Do it. So what you think? Now it's been a while since we've had New Orleans beignets, so definitely making a mess. She picked a good day to wear a black shirt.
It doesn't taste like a Cafe Du Monde beignet.
Well,
It's Mickey shaped and it's fun.
I can already tell.
It's more like a donut.
Yes, the problem is here. Can I borrow your beignet?
They're more like a donut.
So you see, a real beignet is going to be hollow,
Yeah, more like a pillow shape.
like a sopapilla,
Yeah.
if you're familiar with those. So a real beignet is going to be hollow. It's not going to be thick like this.
These are more like donuts, fried donuts.
But does it taste good?
Yeah, I mean it tastes like a fried donut,
Yeah.
not like a beignet.
So it's not really a beignet.
If you're
but-
from the South or New Orleans area, it's not going to be like a beignet.
It's a Disney version of a beignet.
But it's Mickey shaped and it's fun.
Yeah. It smells good.
It's a powdered sugar donut.
Yep. It's good. I'm not gonna lie, it's good. I would eat it again.
It's
but
very
not.
it's
not
very dense.
It's not a classic beignet.
No, I'm gonna try it with the dipping sauce.
What'd you think, Belle? Did you like it? Oh. Can I see that, Belle?
Uh-huh.
Look. Oh, Belle's was hollow. That's the way a beignet is supposed to be. The one that we got is more like a donut, but a beignet is supposed to be hollow in the center. Mm-hmm. So it must have just been the way the one that we got must have been the way it cooked.
And it's fun when you get beignets.
You just have to make a mess. We got it all over the table.
I'm gonna do my best Edna mode. Yes, darling.
I can't take her anywhere, Belle. I tell you, we go to Disney every week, and there's still nothing like staying on Disney property. So it was really nice little vacation time away from the house. And I love the Port Arlene Riverside Resort. I like both of them. The whole resort as a whole, I really enjoyed. I'd like to go back and try staying at the Port Orleans, the French Quarter side, because I did enjoy it. And I love just walking at night, walking with all the lights on, walking the grounds. It was really nice.
Yeah, I think both resorts were equally aesthetically pretty.
Mhm.
I think the theming was great for both resorts. I think the food was far better at the French Quarter. But yeah, I would like to go back to the French Quarter and then try out that resort and see how the rooms were and how it compared. But I didn't have a problem with the Riverside.
No, it
I
was very nice.
really enjoyed staying at that resort. I would highly recommend staying there. Maybe the food just had a bad day.
Yeah.
You know, always give something a second try.
Hmm.
If you don't like it the first time, it could just have been a bad go around. You
Yeah.
know, give it a second try. You know,
Mhm.
see maybe they were doing some type of a shift change or something like that. But our experience wasn't that great food wise, but the resort itself and the cast members that were working there were absolutely wonderful.
Yep. And it was very laid back. It was not a busy resort, especially considering the end of July when we went. Um, and it was not crowded between the two resorts. So I didn't feel, if you ever stay at the all-star resorts, um, it's very crowded. There's people everywhere. Because
Yeah.
those are the cheapest resorts. So of course you're going to have more people. But I do, the moderate resorts, they're a little bit more expensive, but I like there's not as many crowds. So it is a little more, you got
Yeah.
more breathing room.
Right. So if you're someone that doesn't like crowds and you can afford in your budget to stay at the moderate resorts, then that is nice because you don't have to deal with a larger crowd of people.
Hmm.
Um, and so what was nice about these resorts, what I like to call them sister resorts, them being right next to one another, is you could take the boat to the Riverside and the French Quarter. And like we had mentioned, it's a 3-minute boat ride.
Hmm.
Coming back, if it's too hot to take the boat back, especially like after you've eaten, you can take the bus back.
Yeah.
And it's just a short bus ride. So all you'll have to do is make sure that you get on the right bus. So you want to make sure when you're taking the bus back to, say, if you're going from the French Quarter to the Riverside, if you've never done it before, is you want to take an internal bus. And so when you
Yep.
go to the bus stop, you'll just have to pay attention. And on the bus, it will say internal.
Hmm.
And so you'll take that bus and then you'll just let your bus driver know that, where you want to stop when you go to the Riverside. So we just let him know where we were staying and just asked if he would be making a stop there. And of course, he said yes, he was. And so he just dropped us off there.
Yep.
So there was no problems at all taking the bus, to our
Hmm.
bus stop. And it stopped right at the block where we were
Yeah, it was
staying.
right outside our room, so it was really
Yeah.
convenient.
So it was really nice. We didn't walk, so we didn't time the walk because it was so hot
Yeah.
outside. So that would probably be something that you would want to do in the cooler weather.
Or in the evenings.
Yeah, or maybe in the evenings
It'd
because
be a pretty night walk. I
yeah,
think.
it was really cool in the evening
Mhm.
time. And it was pretty because they had everything lit up. All the lights were lit up, and you could hear the sounds of the bugs and the
Mhm.
frogs. And so, if that's your thing and you like sounds of nature, it really is pretty at nighttime. So it's like being, out on the bayou or the river or something
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
So that it is really nice.
Mhm.
So we really enjoyed the ambiance, if you'd like to call it that,
Yep.
being at that resort. That was really
Mhm.
nice.
And we loved Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh
We had a
yeah.
blast at Typhoon Lagoon. Having
Yeah.
never been, if you've never been to one of the Disney water parks, their water parks are unlike any other water park. I have to admit.
Yes, I've been to a few water parks. You've been to a few water
Mhm.
parks. Never to a Disney water park. So we didn't know what to expect. It was like walking in, it was like going to a theme park, but with water.
The family there were so many
Yeah.
family rafts. So there
Yes.
were you had the two that we rode,
Mhm.
Gangplank Falls and Misadventure Falls, were both family sized rafts. So your whole family can ride in them,
Was it four
up to four
people?
people.
Yes.
And there was also I didn't notice it, but I did read after we left that one of the Crush and Gushers has a 3-person raft.
Yes, but I don't know which, because there's three. I think there's 3 different
Yeah, there's 3
slides.
different slides, so I'm not sure which one. You'd have to look that up. But
Yeah, we did the banana blaster, and I know there's 2 other slides that we didn't do, so it might be one of those.
yeah, so it was really good. I really appreciate the way they made sure to think about families.
Yes.
We did get the umbrella. We were going to talk
Yes.
about that. We said we got the umbrella. It was $105 for the umbrella, 4 chairs, and towels. Because if you don't bring your own towels, you have to pay to rent towels.
Yes.
Um,
We did bring
we
our
bought our own
towels.
towels. I didn't read. I misread it. I didn't realize they provided towels. So we did bring our own. So we had double towels. Now we talked about it, and honestly, I don't think it's something we would do again because we weren't at our spot long enough. We
Personally, we're never at our umbrella except to eat and then with a little bit of rain. Other than that, we were always doing something.
Yeah.
We never used our chairs. Now, the only time I could see us doing um, one of like the cabanas or one of the smaller type of cabanas, the cheaper ones, would be as if we had a larger party,
Yeah,
like
so we
family
did.
was down or we were with like another family or a bigger group of friends.
Yeah, we had the family next to us who had the cabana next to us. They were a larger family. They had young children. They had the grandparents, and with the cabanas, you actually get concierge service.
Yes.
So the grandparents sat there and
With the
with the
kids,
kids,
yeah.
and the kids played, the little ones, while the grandparents sat, and they ordered food and drank and kind of relaxed. So
Yeah,
I could
that
see if you had a large party and you split it. Yeah, I would definitely
yeah,
be
I
willing to
could
do
see
something like
that.
that.
But if you're somebody who's not going to sit at your umbrella all day long, save your $105
Mhm.
and
Just rent a locker. That's what I
yeah,
think. That's what we'll do next time is we'll rent a locker
either
to put
rent
our
a
stuff in. I
yeah,
mean, unless you feel comfortable leaving it on a chair.
rent a locker, save your $105,
Yeah.
spend it on food, spend it on drinks,
Hmm.
get the sand pail ice cream. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
spend it on snacks if you want, or save your money all together and put it towards your vacation or put it
Hmm.
towards another vacation.
Yep.
If you're not somebody who's going to be at your umbrella the whole
Yeah,
time.
that's something to think about. Unless you're sunbathing, I mean, we were on a ride the whole time. We were if we weren't in the wave pool, we were in the lazy river or riding one of the other slides. So.
So honestly, this was a test to see if it was even worth
Hmm.
needing the umbrella for us. And for
Yep.
us, it really spending the $105, we could have put that towards something else in our budget other than needing the umbrella.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I think it was fun. I
Hmm.
can't wait till they open Blizzard Beach up because
Yeah.
I've never been. So I can't wait to go do that.
So it was a great trip. I think we had a great time. Great trip. We definitely look forward to our next trip out that way.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoy this video. I mean,
Hmm.
if you enjoy the video and um maybe if you have any tips or tricks for us, going to Typhoon Lagoon, drop them in the comments.
Yep. And
You
let us
know.
know. Click that little subscribe button. It should be right over here somewhere. So we can keep doing this and keep entertaining you. And next week we're going to be at Animal Kingdom. So definitely check out next Saturday's video. We're going to be at Animal Kingdom. We're going to try some foods that you may not even realize that they have at Animal Kingdom. And Brandy wants to check out some of the photo spots. So we're going to show you some photo spots, some food. I've got some fun food that I didn't even realize was at Animal Kingdom.
I
So
didn't
that's going to be
either.
a fun video. So we definitely look forward to it, and we definitely look forward to seeing you next week.